let's go.
It's time for the daily graphic review, yes.
Let's have the daily graphic. So, Agenda 111 hospital project takes off. And then trader community is the first beneficiary. So that's the story that's trending, or that's the main story in most of the newspapers. This happened yesterday. The president cut sword for work to begin. And then special anti-armed robbery squad for Eastern Bono East regions. Kissing priest asked to step aside. So the kissing priest story. And we do apologize. Yesterday we failed. We had promised to tell you to bring you that story. We failed to do that, so we do really apologize. But I'm sure you follow the story on our bulletins all through the day. All right, so let's get on to page 16. So kissing priest asked to step aside. Maybe let me just bring you a bit of that. So the Anglican priest seen in a viral video allegedly kissing some female students of the St. Monica's College of Education in Mampong in the Ashanti region has been temporarily relieved of his duties as the chaplain of the college. So yesterday, Reverend Father Balthazar Obenglabi was directed by management of the college to step aside to facilitate investigations into the matter by the Anglican Church of Ghana. So essentially, so it wasn't acting at all. You know, I was saying they probably were acting.
Yeah, no, they were not.
They were not acting. All right, and in politics, deploy 48 Engineers Regiment to Upper West as the NDC Parliamentary Caucus, and persecution of political leadership is bane of underdevelopment, Prince Imba. On page 18, the politics page, Asamoah calls for loyalty, unity in MPP. Socialist movement launches first Congress report. And then Mahama expresses concern over management of the economy. So the story goes, former President John Mahama says he will not be surprised if the country goes back to the International Monetary Fund, IMF, due to the manner in which the current administration is managing the economy. He explained that from previous total public debt of 120 billion cedis, the country today has a total debt of about 370 billion cedis, almost 400 billion cedis, which was incurred under the ruling New Patriotic Party. And he was speaking on the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation's URA radio station in Bolgatanga yesterday as part of his one-day thank you tour of the Upper East region. And then he also talked about the NDC, says, according to him, what the NDC did during their time was to invest in tangible things such as infrastructure and paying off high interest debts, especially the local debts that the NDC inherited. So he actually made reference to the Agenda 111, the hospitals. He believes that it's an afterthought by government, and that the government spent most of the monies it borrowed on consumption. Okay. And Ghana needs graduates in public policy analysis to deal with service delivery. That's Professor Ayi. And let's go to the center spread now. President Akufo-Addo inaugurates Professor Edu Boahen Memorial Square. So President Akufo-Addo has described the late Professor Emeritus Albert Kojo Edu Boahen as an astute politician. He also credited him as the man who first gave him his political appointment as secretary to the then People's Movement for Freedom and Justice. The president said this at Drabing in the Ashanti region yesterday when he inaugurated the Professor Edu Boahen Memorial Square, built in memory of the professor posthumously in fulfillment of a 2016 campaign promise. Minister affirms commitment to fight galamsey. 2021 WASI for school candidates. WAEC says COVID-19 safety protocol will be observed. And then pursue receivers for locked up funds. That's the Auditor General saying that to the University of Cape Coast. Also, in the daily graphic, let's go to page 38. Take advantage of AFTA to make Ghana industrial hub. Safo charges local industries. New board of Cocoa Board charts to sustain progress. And page 44, work with diligence. Agriculture Minister charges Buffer Stock Company board and members. Now let's go to the sports page. 2021 African Cup of Nations. Ghana to face Morocco, Comoros, and Gabon. Back page, where Konsekendi Takrady interchange begins. And Ken Angelo Furiata build flats for doctors. I'm done with the Daily Graphic.
Well done,
How many
Israel.
minutes?
5, uninterrupted. I didn't say a word, so all you. Yes, okay. Let's move on to the Ghanaian Times this morning. And on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, government rolls out Agenda 111 initiative as president cuts sod for construction of 111 hospitals nationwide. And Bust overruns their budgets by 30 million Ghana cedis due to unplanned activities in 2019. The Presbyterian Church is taking a stand against LGBTQI+, vows to sever relationship with churches groups that allow gay practices. Anglican priest lands in hot water over holy kissing. And there's a story on page 3 that's quite interesting. Hairstylist in trouble for bigamy. So a hairstylist, she's called Angelina, married an entomologist in the US in 2016. And while she was married to him, she married another man in the year 2018. She has pleaded not guilty. She's on bail. But it's just interesting. It's just interesting that this US husband has been sending about $400 every month and established 2 well-furnished salons for hair. And then she went and married somebody in addition. I mean, so she has one husband in the US, one husband in Ghana. Anyway, she's in trouble, so don't try it. Don't try this at home. Estate developer in court over visa scam. Alleged wife killer case has been adjourned to September 13th. Now, Ivory Coast has begun their Ebola jabs. Remember that they had a confirmed case a couple of days ago. A few more. So they've started taking the jab for Ebola. And that's on page 5 of the Ghanaian Times. Storm Grace complicates Haiti's quake rescue efforts. Our hearts go out to Haiti and our prayers as well, as they're dealing with the earthquake, and then now it started raining, which is making it even more difficult for people to be rescued. Now, Ghanaians, Togolese must observe COVID-19 protocol. That's according to the Togolese envoy. There's a story about Ishmael and Isaac on page 8, if you're interested. I'm sure it's very interesting. A couple of job announcements and all of that if you're looking for a job. And then interesting, National Theatre to showcase new production, Ayiyi, on Friday night. It's a story of Ayiyi, a peculiar child with extraordinary characteristics who embarked on an adventurous journey. So now that theatre is open again, you can go out there and enjoy some made in Ghana drama. 2,790 received COVID jab at Okankwe North Municipal Assembly. Wow. 2,790 people. That's a good number. Presby Church takes a stand. Anglican priest in hot water. I'm sure you've seen the statement. It was making the rounds yesterday. Maintain quality of Ghana cocoa. The Agric Minister is charging the board of the QCC, Quality Control Company of Ghana. Okay, a few more stories in the Ghanaian Times. Deploy military to repair roads, bridges in the Upper West region. That's according to the NDC caucus. And you know that the Upper West has suffered a lot in the past few days because of the rains. And they've had some major road issues. So the NDC, this is the NDC's suggestion. I'm not sure if it's tongue-in-cheek, but anyway. Economy projected to expand by 8.9% in Q2. And some good news for you, fuel prices to reduce this month. The IES is predicting. They are predicting that the various changes in prices of the commodities on the international market are expected to affect local market prices in Ghana. So for this window, with a 1.49% reduction in the price of international benchmark Brent crude, the 2.17% decrease in the price of gasoline, and the 1.77% decrease in gas oil, all these things should combine to work together for your good. And your petrol should be costing, or your fuel should be costing you less. So looking forward to that as well, coming up in the next few days, possibly. Okay, let's do a little bit of sports. Barca debt up to £1.15 billion, which probably explains why they let Messi go. Let my people go. PSG prepare bumper contract for Pogba. A story that pains my heart to do on page 31. Hearts register players and officials for Africa. So Ghana's representatives, Accra Hearts of Oak, have completed the registration of players and officials for the 2021-22 CAF Interclub competitions. So they're representing Ghana, so all the best. We painfully
Thank you very much.
On the back page of the Ghanaian Times, government committed to sustainable management of natural resources and be diligent in managing country's emergency food security reserves. Dr. Akoto tells the NAFCO board. That's it for the Ghanaian Times.
Okay, let's go to the BNFT. Huge gap between the BOG's rates and lending rate baffling. Senior advisor to President, $330 million Buankra Port Enclave lands under siege by encroachers. Nuclear power would accelerate after prospects, says MPG Executive Director. A new Exim Bank board formally inaugurated. Government begins 2022 budget preparation, focuses on revitalizing and transforming the economy, targets total revenue and grants at 89.1 billion Ghana cedis for 2022. Total expenditure is projected at 128.3 billion. Overall budget deficit is projected at 7.9%. Okay, then let me just read a bit of the nuclear power story. So, the Executive Director of Nuclear Power Ghana, Dr. Stephen Yamwa, has said that Ghana's quest to add nuclear power to its energy mix could not have come at a better time, since the African Continental Free Trade Area has pushed governments to prioritize industrialization, and a critical feature that would guarantee success is reliable and affordable electricity. So that's you can get the Business and Financial Times and get more on that story. And the female vice chancellor brands are on the rise globally. Here is why Professor Nanaba Apia Amfo is a great addition to the zone. There's a feature that's been done on here. It's on page 7. Then on page 8, how to answer, tell me about yourself during an interview.
Oh, I see.
You want to get the business.
Oh, I want to read that. That'd be interesting.
Get to, yeah.
So tell me about yourself, Israel.
As in an interview or just telling you about myself?
Oh, gosh, you see, now we have to clarify. And isn't every interview an interview? You know, like that elevator, what's it called? The 3-minute elevator thingy that you only have a few minutes to make a really good impression on anybody that you meet. And really, anybody you meet is kind of an interview, isn't it?
Okay, so you want me to tell you about
Yes,
myself?
so tell me about yourself. Let's do a demo of how to tell about yourself.
Okay, I haven't read the article, but if I show up on an interview and I'm told off the cuff to tell people about myself,
you'll just say, I am the Israelite. Must I say more?
Okay, let's go to the back page of the Business and Financial. New Exim Bank board formally inaugurated. The private healthcare providers push for tax exemptions. I'm done with it.
Oh, forgive me for worrying you so much. I do love it though. The front page of the Daily Guide this morning. Okay, let's do some of the stories. GNPC Auditor General clash over report. Opposition not for fighting backbin. Opposition not for fighting backbin. That's on page 3. Kissing Anglican priest fired. I want to ask this man, that's what's actually came of, what inspired his bouts? Like, what's, I can't anyway. Agenda 111 takes off.
You know what MFR Powell of JoyNews calls him? Father Christmas.
Yes, Victor Brashi has been posting all of that on social media. And it's difficult to really understand what inspired him to do that. I mean, because up till now, he's been somebody that has been quite respected. I mean, a lawyer for, I think, the GES for that whole, for that whole area. And then, you know, a priest as well, I mean. And on the altar, my God. Anyway, let's do some international stories. Oh, there's a striking image that captures the Afghan exodus on page 5. It's a lot of people just trying to get to safety. Really, really poignant image there. It's on page 5 of the Daily Guide. Dozens killed in Niger village attack France wildfire. Thousands flee wildfires near the French Riviera. So a lot happening in the world there. Ghana doesn't need new education policies. That's according to the Minister of Education, Dr. Yao Educhum. He has said that the country doesn't need new policies for the education sector, but rather the holistic implementation of the already existing policies. I have a question for him. I wonder if there's some parts of the curriculum that he's seen, how outdated and outmoded they are. But anyways, okay, entertainment. Van Vicker condemns Anglican priest for kissing students. Strongman has debuted a new hairstyle. All right. Lil Wayne attempted suicide at age 12. This is not Lil Wayne like Lil Wayne. No. This is Lil Wayne, the original Lil Wayne. Beverly Afaglo weeps and calls off donations. Apparently she lost her Tema Committee 9 home in a fire outbreak, and asked fellow actresses Yvonne Nelson and other friends who opened GoFundMe account on her behalf, and Nana McBrown, who has been asking people to send her mobile money to end the campaign. She says, "Thank you to all my celebrity friends who supported this. I'm sorry because of me, people insulted you and call you all sorts of names." Okay, so that's sad. I pray that you'll be okay, Beverly. SSNIT recovers 4.15 million out of 11. What about that? SSNIT has recovered 4 million. It's out of 11 million. So that's still almost 7 million. Yeah. Like, we're making a lot of noise about what has been recovered. What about what hasn't been recovered? And how you're going to make up for that deficit? Because at the end of the day, it's our money, and we expect it back. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to make us feel better. Anyway, Volta COVID-19 cases jump to 999. Somebody will say this is spiritual, 999. But anyway, the cases are going up in the Volta region. I think they should probably take a cue from the Buna East region, because they are doing a fantastic job of getting their numbers under control. So that's it there. And then teenage pregnancy is high in Bolga. What go on in Bolga? So some zones of the Ghana Health Service of the Bolgatanga municipality have recorded high teenage pregnancies among antenatal attendants. The Sirigu Health Facility recorded 25.7%, the Sumbrungu 22%. Oh gosh, those numbers are not good. He said, so they've been speaking about it, and we're being told that it's due to young marriages. A lot of them are getting married at 18 and even 17 in some cases. So still child marriage is still going on in some places in Ghana. I'm not a ritualist, Fancy Gadam, okay. Woman with 2 sex organs speaks. 21-year-old woman who, okay, so she has 2 vajayjays, not a vagin, the other one, just 2 vajayjays. That's interesting. I wonder how it works. Okay, on the back page of the Daily Guide, Luton Council targets disability sports development. Player headbutts teammate, and Marina's Roma grabs Abraham. Okay, that's it for the Daily Guide. I'm going to read some of the stories. I'm very interested in some of them. Israel, I'm done.
Okay, let's go to the Finder. And on the front page, Kufado's 111 new hospitals takeoff is the biggest health infrastructure drive in Ghana. NAFCO only dealing with registered suppliers since 2018. That's the CEO. Anglican priest took his students relieved of his duty. Street lighting is critical to reducing road accidents and crimes at night. And in the center spread, central banks should better communicate monetary policies, distributional effects. And actually, that's about it, because most of the stories have been captured in most of the other newspapers. Maybe I'll do a bit of sport here. So Paralympian boat show in Kegbe fumes as he's excluded from Paralympics. And investment in sports infrastructure will help groom future stars for Ghana. That's the NSA boss, National Sports Authority boss. Naomi Osaka breaks down in tears during press conference in Cincinnati. But Barcelona interested in signing Aubameyang, and arts players need international exposure before CAF Champions League campaign. Ibrahim Tanko. That's it.
Aubameyang, that's my son's favorite footballer.
Okay.
So we've learned his name by force, even though it took us a minute. During the Daily Statesman, teacher impregnates 3 students in one class. So a teacher at the Commander Edna Eguafo Abram municipality in the Central Region has impregnated 3 girls in the same class. This was disclosed by a lecturer at the UCC Counseling Center, Dr. Trema Teria Dabon. He said that this situation is threatening the future prospects of the young girls in the municipality. He added that a formal complaint had been lodged against the teacher for appropriate sanctions to be applied to him. He made this revelation during a seminar. So, that's tough. Other stories in the Daily Statesman. Auditor General chases ex-ECG boss over 70 million Ghana CD deal. Let's protect our girls from sexual abuse. That's on page 5 of the Daily Statesman. COVID-19 vaccination, massive turnout at Tema General Hospital. So we're very happy about that. Well done to everybody who went out there to get vaccinated. Anglican Church responds to the priest kissing video. I'm sure you've seen that statement. They said they're saddened by the behavior. He's been asked to step down. And of course, sanctions will be taken against him. Okay, let's do some international news. Algeria detains 36 after mob killing of man accused of starting fires. Egypt and Japan foreign ministers are discussing cooperation to resolve regional issues. Biden defends messy U.S. pullout from Afghanistan. Haiti earthquake, the death toll climbs as tropical depression Grace hits. So they're having a storm as well, I was telling you. Venezuela opposition politician Guevara freed after talks. All you need to know about brain fog, that's on page 14. Sheffield United agrees season-long loan deal for Liverpool centre-back. Barcelona president reveals the club debt stands, I was telling that earlier, 1.15 billion. And Jorginho, Chelsea and Italy stars rise from Brazil's beaches to Ballon d'Or contender. And Kwesi Appiah, Crawley Town snap up Ghana forward. So, Ghana striker Kwesi Appiah has signed for English lower division side Crawley Town. The club has announced. That's it for the Daily Statesman.
Right, so the custodian, Agenda 11 hospitals to create over 20,000 jobs. That's a Kufuado. Rains destroy 722 farmlands in Upper West. 1,605 people have been affected as a result. Zoom Lion denies wrongdoing in Auditor General's report. And in the center spread, they have GMPC refused Auditor General's report claim, Auditor General's claim on procurement breaches. And then I'll go to the back page, the sports page. Asamoah Gyan set sights on Black Stars' return. The legendary Ghana striker Asamoah Gyan has set sights on playing for the Black Stars again as he squashed reports that he is thinking about retirement. Now, Gyan has not played for the Black Stars since the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations, and his recent form makes it virtually impossible for him to return to the team for before next year's AFCON to be staged in Cameroon. But he's been speaking with Kespen FM. He says, I have not retired from football. And he says there were some injuries last season, but I'm not done playing football. I can wake up one day and announce my retirement from football, but at the moment I am active. People will criticize me, but I'm only hoping to get back to my normal form and wait. But if I'm not able to regain my form, then I will call it off. But at the moment, I am working on myself to lose weight. I returned to Legon Cities, and you could clearly see that things did not go as planned because I have to put on weight. But I'm giving myself another season. I trust I will be back to form, and if I'm on my form, I don't think I'll be overlooked for Black Stars selection. But for retirement, not now. So yes, expect to see Asamoah Gyan back playing for the Black Stars. Okay,
Asamoah. Good morning to you if you're watching us. Anyways, let's move on to My Joy Online. We just have a few minutes left, so maybe we can run quickly through the headlines. myjoyonline.com. If you have your phone at home, you could just go there as well and check out the headlines. But we're going to do that whilst we wait for that. Okay, there it is. So major headline, Akufo-Addo has been complaining about delay in appointing MMDCEs, according to Obi Amwa. COVID-19, GHS records.
But hold on. Why is he complaining? Why is the president complaining?
I'm not sure.
He's the one who has to make the appointment.
I guess maybe he's waiting for, the nominate the people to somebody to let him know the people that are standing or that are available per region. I'm sure something is causing some sort of delay somewhere otherwise. Anyway, other stories. Israel will call the president and give us an answer on that later on. Yeah. Okay. COVID, GHS records 15 deaths in 2 days. Hospital projects put up by NDC have stalled for over 5 years. That's according to Mahama. And he does make a good point there, I must agree, about how a government will start something. When the government leaves, if it's not finished, most of the time the new government won't take it up. They want to start their own thing so they can say, oh, this government did this and this government did that. But I mean, ultimately, you're doing it for the people. So how bad will it be to say Mahama started, Akufo-Addo finished, for a better Ghana? How bad will it be?
I can give you a whole lecture about that. And my focus is all about how much it's like sunk cost. So money that could have been used for other things have been spent on this, and we've left it there.
We're waiting for that government to come into power again. So, I mean, come on, let's put Ghana first, and make decisions that make sense, as opposed to just very partisan ones. And so for once, I actually agree with President Mahama. There we go, ex-President Mahama. We first killed a pregnant woman, Kaswa Rachel murder suspects. St. Monica's College of Education begins counseling for female students kissed by an Anglican priest in viral video. More stories on myjoyonline.com. And before we go on a break, let's just say a happy birthday to Matthew Mensah Nsoa of DVLA. 37. You're a good man. Nyame Shirawo ne Webusia. It's from Ekosam and the Gears. Oh gosh, okay, Eko. Anyway, happy birthday to you. If it's your birthday today, hope you have a fantastic day. It's my mother's birthday today, Mrs. Molly Animado. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to her.
You are loved. More grace and long life to you always. All right, people. So we're going to go.
For a party.
There should be some chicken soup, at some point.
Don't tell her to.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have sports for you. And then, of course, very, very interesting show. So don't go anywhere.